So the Steam Deck finally arrived, a day late due to rank incompetence on the part of FedEx, but it's here and that's what matters. The first thing that jumped out at me is how the Steam Deck absolutely dwarfs the Nintendo Switch. Pictures don't really do it justice. The pocket days of handhelds are clearly over, and I don't say that as a bad thing, it's just clearly how it is. Things got off to a rocky start, so I'll get the bitching out of the way here at the top of the video. First problem is 100% on me. After all these years, I have not yet perfected the art of applying screen protectors, meaning the left side of my screen caught a couple of dust specks on the way down. Fuck. I guess that's why they come in packs of 2, huh? Secondly, the Steam Deck decided it didn't want to be on speaking terms with my router after the first wave of updates, so after nearly an hour of bashing my head against that wall, I finally pulled out the nuclear option of a factory reset, which actually worked. I just hope it doesn't come up again now that I've actually installed games on it. Third was getting it to read my SD card. It would gladly format it, but it took some time before it was presented as an actual installation option. Okay, annoying but not terrible. It was easily solved and now I actually do have room to install games. On the inexplicably cheap front, Valve, the PC gaming monopoly of the 21st century, could not be bothered to include an HDMI cable with the dock. This does still just go in the annoying column because I do have HDMI cables spare, but I haven't gone to the trouble of hunting them down yet, which means that none of the footage in this video is actually captured from my deck. Full disclosure. I also wasn't impressed with Final Fantasy XIV failing to update for lack of adequate storage space when there was more than enough on my SD card at the time. That's something I'll have to sort out this weekend, but hey, a PC is a PC is a PC, and this is ultimately part of what I signed up for, right? Finally, I have serious beef with whoever designed the carrying case because they molded the bottom portion to perfectly fit the back of the unit instead of leaving room for the charger. So the implication is that when you're out and about, Valve has no qualms with leaving you high and dry on the Steam Deck's notoriously limited battery life. Furthermore, if they're trying to dissuade you from opening your Steam Deck and upgrading the internal storage and instead prefer you use micro SD cards for expanding your system storage, why on earth didn't they include a few pouches to keep them in? The overall build quality of the case is evident, but that only makes it a stark contrast to how damn Spartan it is. With all that out of the way, is new Steam Deck smell a widely known thing? Because it has a very distinct scent that definitely carries when the machine is running. I'd hate to be a kid growing up in a strict household in even the best of times, but especially pity the one that tries to sneak some Steam Deck play in after bedtime. The parents could literally smell when they've been playing, and then they're in the bone zone. Just from holding the Steam Deck for the first time, I loved the feel of the analog sticks right away. There's almost no resistance moving the stick from center, but there is some as you move it further. It's hard to really describe, but it should make it very easy to use without under or overcorrecting for mechanical reasons. I really hope they don't drift over time because so far they're the goat of analog sticks as far as I'm concerned. I'd also like to see Namco make a new version of Cyber Sled just because of how this system feels when holding it. First game that came to my mind. The second was Virtual On. Thanks to both friends and commenters, I was promptly made aware after the release of the last video of the existence of ProtonDB, and the fact that the verification list is tantamount to nothing, and really only exists for PC gaming newcomers who don't even want to go into a menu to optimize their games. Therefore, the first thing I did, after having seen a video of it running on Steam Deck just fine, was download Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. After all, it's only appropriate to christen my new system with one of my favorite games of all time, and honestly, it's the only game I've played on it so far while I'm waiting for all my other RPGs and racing games to download. I'm just wrapping up Flagman 3 as of this video, and although I've run into a few freezes, they're freezes that are characteristic of Outrun 2006 and nothing that the Steam Deck itself can be blamed for. And going back to the analog sticks, this is probably the best this game has felt since the original Xbox. I'd love to see Valve take another crack at developing a controller, this time with the Steam Deck as a conceptual foundation. So where are we right now? Well, it certainly managed to impress me as a device, that's for sure. I won't know exactly where it sits in my regular gaming practice until I get the dock set up and integrated into my gaming rig somehow, because that's ultimately what my regular Steam Deck usage is going to look like. There's still a long way to go in terms of getting to know this machine, and despite getting off on the wrong foot with the Wi-Fi issue, the carrying case, and Final Fantasy XIV, my first day impression of it is generally positive. I'll be out with another video after I've actually found a place for it in my gaming setup and have the chance to do some stuff with EmuDeck and some of these other micro SD cards I have laying around here. If you like this video, then please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Help the channel out. If you really want to know exactly when the next video comes out, then also make sure to click the notification bell. I'll be back here again soon.